Egg, S tier, C. C. I think Mother Egg is... Honestly, I didn't realize Mother Egg gave you 25% evasion. Dude, they could just remove the evasion part and it would still be really good, I think. It's good in one build like Dwarf. Alright. But I think it's really good in that build, but... Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. It's... You can maybe use it in 6 Beast, but it's kind of... It's pretty bad in 6 Beast. You would have to run like a bunch of Razor Claws. Like 6 Beast with a bunch of Razor Claws for it to have any value in 6 Beast. Mother Egg. And it's still, yeah, probably not worth it. Yeah, we're going to put an asterisk by the Mother Egg and say that it's S tier in Insectoid. You're not using this in 6 Beast, bro? Come on. I mean, yeah, I know. I never... Yeah, you're right. I'm not. You're right. You're right. I'm just trying to make an argument for maybe a edge case where it could be useful besides insects. Does this still work with Fallen? No. You guys want it in D tier? I'm fine with putting it in D tier. We put the dwarf item in D tier, so we should probably be consistent, right? Let's just be consistent and put like those like 1 synergy only items in D tier. All right, Frantic. S tier. S tier or A tier for Frantic, guys? I'm gonna put it in S for now, unless we find a bunch of items that are better and we decide to bump it down to A, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Frantic. Alright, Maelstrom. Maelstrom is S or A in my mind. A, B, S, A. The thing is there's a ton of really good items in the rare. I think rare is like the best group of items for value. Like, almost half of these we could argue belong in S tier or A tier. So we're going to have like a really top heavy list here, I think. Steel Plate. I think Steel Plate's B. It's really good, but I think about like, are you purposely reforging for Steel Plate? Maybe if you're playing 9 Warrior. But otherwise, you're taking it if it's your best option, but you're probably not looking for it, like reforging for it. Right? Alright, Sacrifice Wand. I think Sacrifice Wand is B or C. I think, let's just say that Sacrifice Wand and Magic Ring do almost the same thing. Sacrifice Wand at the top end is slightly stronger than Magic Ring, but Magic Ring is consistently good. This takes time to stack up, and if you lose stacks, then it becomes worse than Magic Ring, so... In my mind, Magic Ring is 1 tier higher than Sacrifice Wand, just because it's more consistent. So I think, like, Magic Ring should be B tier, and Sacrifice Wand should be C tier, or some variance of, like, that stacking of it. Or do you guys think they belong in the same tier? Like, let me ask you this. If you get presented with a shop that has Sacrifice Wand and Magic Ring in it, which one are you going to take? Because I'm always taking Magic Ring. So I think it deserves to be a tier higher. You are simply wrong, Wills. 60% is greater than 35%. Guys, but you have to be winning. Like, if you're ahead, okay? If you're way ahead, then sure, you can go for Sacrifice Wand. But if you're behind, or you're in catch-up mode, or you're in the middle, you better take Magic Ring, or you're going to have a wand that has no magic damage on it. Listen to me just once. Alright. Because this one can get so much higher, maybe we can put them in the same tier. Your mage unit kills multiple units. Yeah, in 1 or 2 turns, you can build it up to 10 stacks, I agree. But if you don't build it up, then it's worthless. Let's just put them both in the same. Either both B or both C. I think we're going to put them both in B. Honestly, I could see an argument for putting them in A. Because you do reforge for these, right? You don't reforge for Steel Plate, but I reforge for these magic items all the time. Because they're super valuable. Alright, Abyss Orb. This is the easiest. This is actually the easiest one we're going to do all day. There's no argument here. I won't hear an argument for this one. I refuse to listen to an argument for this one. It actually needs to go in front of Frantic because of how good it is. It's the best item. Yeah, I think it's the best item, and maybe in the game for its overall value, cost to impact. I could see them nerfing this back down again. All right, burst rifle. Yeah, honestly, we should make an SS tier. I'll put a note and say it's SS tier. Yeah, we might knock Frantic down. A. Rifle, I think rifle was S before they nerfed it, and now it's A, right? It's not quite as good now, but it's still pretty good. Crystal Axe. Sage says B, Gear Check says B. Silence says C or D. Chick is C. A, 20% is a lot. Yeah, Crystal Axe has a similar thing going as Erosion Blade, right? Honestly, the more I think about it, I think we should move Erosion Blade up on the common tier list, but we can after we finish all the lists, we'll go back and look at them all again real quick, and then tomorrow after we finish all of them, we'll go back and relook at them and make final adjustments. Because once we do all the lists, we'll have a better idea of where we like stuff to be. We'll have some more context. All right. Most people agree with me that it should be in B tier, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy and you guys were on the same page with me. And I wasn't overestimating its value. I'm still not sure about Steel Plate. I could see us moving Steel Plate up or down. Or keeping it where it's at. I'm going back and forth on that. Crystal, you think Crystal Axe is better than Rifle? Yeah. I mean, it depends on the build. Magic Mirror. Dude, this one's really hard for me because it's like right down the middle of two different tiers for me. I wish we could do like a half in between. I think it's got to be it's either the best item in tier A or it's one of the lower items in tier S. It almost doesn't feel good putting it with Abyss. We're just going to have to ignore Abyss Orb because it's like a higher tier, right? It's basically SS. So you can't really compare it to Abyss Orb. Yeah, it's really good on Source, guys. If you guys don't know, Magic Mirror, if you're playing mages or the greater and you have Source, you're playing Mage Shaman, especially if you're playing Mage Shaman, put this on Source, man. Source 2-star. I would put this over Orb, but y'all really like the Orb. Honestly, I guess it depends, man. If I'm playing Mage Shaman, I'll take it over Orb. But if I'm playing a non-mage build, I'm gonna take Abyss Orb over Magic Mirror. Turncoat. FFCB. Alright, guys. Turncoat token has the same base effect as Oblivion Staff. The only thing different is its special ability. Oblivion Staff gives you 50% chance to avoid evasion. This gives you 50% more damage to units of the same race or class. So in my mind, this has to be lower than this. And in the same, like, you know what I mean? This can't be higher than like C tier. I think it should be D or F, honestly. Like situational, it can, like, maybe in a 1v1 situation or like there's 2 or 3 people left in the lobby and like you're all playing knights, then okay, it's great if you put it on your Avenge Knight and they don't have it on their Avenge Knight, sure. Or like you're all playing assassins or you're all playing like but how often are you all playing the same thing, you know what I mean? Usually you're going to face someone who's playing something different in the end of the game, so. Alright, Kira Imprint. Let's just say I'm not picking this from a chest. Yeah, exactly. If you have that and 2 other items, are you ever picking it? You're only playing it if you press the random button and it gives it to you. You're almost never picking it, right? Oh, it says same race / class. It's or. So let's say you're playing Shadow Crawler, the assassin feathered unit. If he attacks another assassin or another feathered unit, doesn't have to be both, one or the other, then it'll get the buff. So it has 2 chances of getting the buff, depending on what it's attacking. It doesn't say that, it just has a slash, but they mean or. Alright, Kira. It's only insane 1v1 if you're facing someone that has this units with the same race or class as your carry. Which isn't that often. Surprisingly. Not surprisingly. Kira, imprint D. I think we're going to fight about this one, guys. I think we are about to fight. C or D. Kira is F. Just because it's not give, evasion, or any other stats should be the same tier as egg. B could be A. I think it's Kira's bad, even a 9 warrior. I think it's A tier. But I guess I can hear the argument that it's B tier. I guess. But in my mind it's A tier. It's a build enabler, similar to burst rifle is kind of a build enabler item. How is it better than egg? Because it can be used in multiple builds. A can only be used in insects. And we're going to put a note that egg is S tier if in insects. So egg is a D tier that has an S tier note next to it. So no, it's not. Kira's trash now. Guys, you realize they buffed Kira like 2 patches ago, right? It's good again. It's good right now. It's not amazing, but it's good. Kira is good in 9 warrior. It's good in knights. It's good in insectoid. Yeah, it might jump up to S tier, or definitely secure its place in A tier after next patch. We'll have to see how that works out. It feels like a game winner. Like, to me, it does feel like a game winner. Maybe I'm overhyping it, but I really think Kira is really good. I'm going to put it in A tier. You guys can disagree with me. We're not going to agree on everything, obviously. This might be one of the more controversial ones we do. Yeah, I mean, it's only good if you're playing Venomancer, basically, right? Please take out Frantic Mask. All right, we'll get back to it. We're almost done. I'm already like 10 minutes late. Overtime here, guys. So let's finish up because we're almost done. Mithril armor blocks disarm, right? Yes. So Mithril armor blocks kindness pendant, right? Or am I high? Oh no, it doesn't. It's unit targeted abilities. Oh no, and item effects. Yeah. So it does. It blocks kindness pendant, and it also blocks doom. Blocks ice armor. I don't think so because it's not a unit target. Ice armor isn't a unit targeted effect. It's an area of effect, right? It's like within a range. So I don't think it blocks. I don't think it blocks ice armor. Chains, it does not block chains because chains is a higher rarity. I'm pretty sure. I don't believe it blocks chains, guys. I could be wrong though. Yeah, the translations and the lack of text is sometimes you have to do trial and error to understand exactly how items work. As far as I know, this is only blocking kindness pendant and like doom alt. As far as I know. Unless someone knows differently. Oh no, wait. I take it back, guys. I take it back. It says blocks unit targeted ability effects. So like doom alt is a unit targeted ability. And item effects. It doesn't say unit targeted item effects. It says and item effects. So it should be all item effects, correct? So it should work against Ice Plate Mail and Blade Bracer and Counter Talisman, right? Like it should work against all of these, right? And Wounding Blade. It should work against all this stuff. But then you're trusting that the words written are written correctly, you know? I'll be honest with you, I kind of just avoid this item because I don't understand it. I only ever take it if I'm trying to play around Doom. And that's the only time I ever take it. But that's just out of ignorance, not because I think it's bad. So maybe I should be taking it more. Yeah, let's look at the Japanese list and see where they have it. See, they have it at A tier. I didn't want to use their list to make my... I didn't want their list to affect our list, but... they have it up there at the top. But I don't want to trust them because they have the stupid magic resistance item high on their other list. Alright, I think we should put it in A tier. And I'm only saying that out of ignorance. I don't honestly know. Are you guys okay with putting it in A tier? I still probably will never pick it. Just because I don't trust... the items that I don't trust that they do what they say because the wording is confusing, I have to play that item a bunch of times myself to see how it works to trust it. You know what I mean? And I haven't played it enough to know. But maybe now that we've done this, I'll try using it a little bit more to see. Has a 100% chance to block 30 damage upon receiving base attacks. So that's very similar to turret shield, right? Same thing. Also has the unique active cast when injured and allies within 234 yards have a 100% chance to block 30 damage for 8 seconds. So it basically gives all the units around this unit another turret / guardian shield effect. So it's like it's basically like giving this to all the units within an area for what, 8 seconds with the 30-second cooldown. So it's probably only going to be once for one 8-second period. Strong in 9 warriors knights, better than plate mail. F or D? I think it should be 1 tier below plate mail. So I think I could see it in C. I think it's okay. I take it sometimes. It's better than turret shield. Like, we put turret shield in D tier, right? Or F tier. We put it in F tier, right? It's better than that, though. I think it's C. You'd lower plate mail? Plate mail is good. I like plate mail personally. I take it quite often. I don't ever reforge for it, but unless I'm playing 9 warriors, I sometimes reforge for it then. F compared to everything else? Yeah, we're almost not going to have any F tier items here, are we? Can't, yeah, I know. We shouldn't compare items to other rarities. We should just compare to the other items within the rarity, right? If we want to be consistent and have at least one F tier item, we should put it in F tier, but maybe we just put it in D tier. I don't think there should be any F tiers, honestly, in this. I don't think anything is super bad. Can't even see the cooldown. It's 30 seconds. The cooldown is 30 seconds. Yeah, no, the chat is blocking it a little bit, sorry. Cooldown 30 seconds. Blocks can't be stacked, just like on turret shield. C or D, boys? C or D? Alright. Last item. Dragon Bone Ballista. Similar to Turncoat, plus 15% attack, but also has the unique passive of pushing the attacker to the farthest grid when receiving melee attacks and inflicts stun for 1 second. I mean, I think this is equally as bad as Turncoat Token. Honestly, it's probably worse than Turncoat Token, honestly. Do we put this one in F tier? Is this our one F tier? I mean, I sometimes put it on Sniper if, like, I have no other choice. Like, if it gives me, like, 2 magic damage items and a Mother Egg, then I pick... Or like, Mother Egg and a magic item and I'm playing Hunter, I'll take it. It's good on... Yeah. So it's good on, like... It's okay on Sniper and okay on Siren, I guess. Yeah, so maybe we put it in C tier then, because it's slightly better than if you have a really bad shop than some other choices, but it's still pretty bad. Still, honestly, maybe it's D tier and some of those other choices are F tier, but Dragon Bone Ballista. We have to have something in C tier, right? Right now we have nothing. Will's really trying to bring Voodoo Staff back. Voodoo Staff is just the item I have for my clipping mask on my... This is like a Photoshop editor, basically. It's from when I did like an item list like way back in the day, like in 2017. Or no, it was probably later than that. It was probably 2020. Anyway, is this all the items? 12, 13, 14, 15. Is this 15? 12, yeah. Alright, do we want to make any adjustments here, guys? I know some people weren't happy with where we had the Frantic mask. The list looks good. It's that plate mail. Where do you think plate mail should be? Down 1? Down to C? Or Frantic needs to be an A? I mean, let's say you're playing Hunters. If you're playing Hunters and you're offered Frantic, Maelstrom, and Burst Rifle, which item are you going to take? You haven't picked any items yet out of the rare pool. You get those 3 choices. Which one are you going to take? Your choices are Frantic, Burst Rifle, and Maelstrom. Which of those 3 are you going to take? Let's say you're playing 9 Assassins and you're offered Frantic, Maelstrom, or Crystal Axe. Which one are you going to take? Like, there's so many times where you're taking Frantic over everything that's in A tier that it automatically makes it a higher tier than those. It has to be. In my mind. Axe is really good. We're going to make a couple notes here for sure. Couple notes. Note number 1. Abyss Orb is SS tier. But you would take Maelstrom over Frantic if you're playing Witcher? Yeah. It is a build specific item, I get that. So it's really only good in Hunter or Assassin. Or Warrior if you're playing Berserker or Lancer. So the amount of units you can use the item on is somewhat limited, but there's 3 or 4 different builds that you can use it. Or you can put it on a Avenge Knight too. And Knights are one of the best builds in the game right now, so I think it's S tier. You guys can argue with me and disagree, that's fine. Abyss is nearby for the whole round, right? Unique, all allies within 300 yards of the carrier increase magic resistance by 50%. Yeah. It's not, there's no cooldown or time limit. It's for the entire round. I dropped Kira, Rifle, and Plate 1 spot. So you'd have A tier be only Maelstrom and Mithril armor? It's so funny. Some people are like, move Steel Plate down. Some people are like, move Steel Plate up. Kira is D. Man, I really like Kira. Kira's one you guys are really going to have me struggling with. I know the Japanese have it rated really low. But I don't want to make our opinion based on their opinion. That's not fun, right? We should have our own take on it. You guys want me to just... How about I just switch Crystal Axe and Kira? Is that fair? Is that a fair compromise? B. Look at their legendary list. Alright, do I need to make a note for any other item, guys? Or are these items... We only need to note Abyss Orb and Mother Egg, right? Any last arguments for changing things up? If not, we're going to save this. So their only S tier item is Abyss Orb, which is equivalent to us saying Abyss Orb is SS tier. That's what we said on our list, so that's fine. And they also have Mirror as S, although they have Mirror as A tier. Basically, just think of all their tiers as staggered by 1 because they're not having an SS note. Yeah, so the biggest thing is they have Kira much lower. Everything else seems pretty much on par with what we have, right? And I remember yesterday I wanted Kira in A tier and I moved it down to B tier to compromise with you guys. This was back before they buffed Kira though, guys. I'm pretty sure this article or this post that she made, I'm pretty sure it's a girl. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not a girl. This person, I'm pretty sure they made it when Kira was hadn't been buffed yet. Yeah, they have Mask way down low. Again, Mask, that was before the 600. This post, I'm pretty sure, was before 600s was changed. That's why I'm saying, like, their tier list, we can't take their tier list to be equivalent to ours because the meta is completely different. So yeah, it's nice to... The meta makes a huge difference on how important items are. Kira still sucks. Agree to disagree. I'm a Kira truther. I think our list is fine. I think if they were to remake their list in the current meta, they would move Frantic up higher. We do have Steel Plate rated lower than them. But it's, you know, picking hairs. Splitting hairs, not picking hairs. Splitting hairs. Yeah. The persons whose list we're looking at, guys, they're very good. They make a ton of content, so I trust their opinion, but again, their opinion is 2 months outdated at this point. All right. We're just gonna keep our list for the rare items. Hey guys, Will's here. A few things to start off with this video. This is the final tier list we settled on for the rare items. Of all the tier lists we made, I think this is the one where I had the most disagreements with chat. So take that into consideration when playing the game and deciding what items to go for. This is probably more heavily my opinion and not necessarily reflective of what's actually true or what people in chat thought. I just want to apologize for confusing Kinpira with for being a girl. I was confusing them with New, who's also another Japanese streamer, who she makes really great content as well. So if you don't know about her content, I'll try to link her stuff in the description along with Kinpira. You guys can check both of them out. They both make good YouTube videos and stream on Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys making it to this point in the video. If you can, please hit the like button. If you enjoy this kind of content, it really helps the algorithm if you guys hit the like button. So do that for me, please. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of this month. I'm getting closer and closer every day, it feels like. So if everyone who's watching right now who's not subscribed could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Again, I want to thank Twitch chat for helping me build this tier list. I know I had a lot of arguments with them in this video, so hopefully that discussion will help encourage you guys to think deeper about all these items and which ones you should be going for. Also, if you haven't already, check out my other tier lists. The common and the uncommon tier list have already been uploaded to YouTube. By the time you watch this video, hopefully the epic and the legendary tier list will be up too. If not, they should be up in the next day or so. So definitely check those out. I'll try to do a link in the top right hand corner of this video or in the description for you guys to check those videos out. Same thing with tier list images. If you guys want to save a copy of the tier list images for bookmark for later, I'll have those in the description for you. If you guys like this type of content, please let me know in the comments what you liked about it, what we can change, and what other types of auto chess content you guys want to see in the future from me. and I'll definitely take it into consideration. I have a long list of things that I want to pump out, but you know, one thing at a time. Get done with these tier lists, then maybe we'll do some tier lists for builds and maybe some build guides. So be on the lookout for those in the future. But with all that being said, guys, thanks again for watching this video, making it to the end here, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.